What is up, guys? It's your boy Rick Kakis, and today we are going to be showcasing how to get the exotic catalyst for the brand new Icebreaker exotic sniper rifle, just added into Destiny 2 within episode Revenant. And so, let's get started. Now, some things to know before we begin. If you do not have the Icebreaker, it is just the exotic for the Vesper's Host dungeon. It is a random drop now, so you're just going to have to keep playing Vesper's Host until you get it. If you haven't done that yet, definitely check out my complete Vesper's Host dungeon guide, linked right up above. But on top of that, guys, not only will you need to beat the dungeon and get the Icebreaker, but you will also need to have fully completed the Rogue Network quest associated with the Vesper's Host dungeon, where you have to go in and solve many secret puzzles, find chests, and so on. Don't worry, again, I've done a complete Rogue Network quest guide linked right up above. But if you've done all of that stuff at this point, we can continue with the video and get started with the brand new secret puzzles you need to find. So, starting from a fresh Vesper's run, we are going to beat the first encounter, and then after that you are going to head through the door with the red symbol above it into that blue room where all of the previous puzzles have been. Once you are inside this room, guys, you're going to grab the operator buff, jump over this initial stairway, and then you're presented with a bunch of different keypads, all numbered. And then you're also going to see two different white boxes with 2-digit numbers within both of them. Now the one on the left is going to have an actual number, and it's going to be around from 10 to 20, and it's different for all of you for every single instance. Then on the right, it's always going to start out as 00. So for this, unfortunately, I can't just give you an exact answer. You're gonna have to do some math. What you need to do is shoot 4 different keypads that all add up to the number you see on the left. So for me, our number was 19. So I needed to shoot 4 different numbers that would add up together to 19, and the numbers I chose were 8, 6, 4, and 1. 8 plus 6 is 14, plus 4 is 18, plus 1 is 19. However, you may notice that's not the only solution. You could do 5 plus 8 plus 4 plus 2. That's also 19. So depending on what you get, you're just going to have to whip out the calculator and figure out what 4 numbers all add to that particular number. You enter it in the keypad, and as you can see, when those 2 numbers are actually matching, an object will spawn that you need to pick up, and you will get an Ascendant Alloy. Unfortunately, I was full in my inventory, so I didn't get one. Then you are going to continue on from there, jump across this kind of big chasm just before the second encounter, guys. Before you drop down that chute to the second encounter with the giant servitor boss, we have the second mathematics puzzle. So if you didn't like the first one, you're definitely not going to like this one, because yet again, we have a bunch of different numbered keypads. You have to pick up operator to shoot them, and we have 2 sets of numbers. The one on the right is the one you need to achieve, and then on the left you'll see 000. Whereas the last one was addition, this is multiplication. So you need to shoot 4 different keypads that have numbers that all multiply together to reach the number displayed in those 3 digits on the right side. So for us, it was 168. And the numbers we shot were 2, and then we shot 4, 3, and 7. Because 2 times 4 times 3 times 7 equals 168. Now, a tip to help you guys solve this easier: instead of brute forcing timesing a bunch of numbers together, start with the whole number you're trying to get and divide off of it. So we went 168 divided by 2, and that gave us 84. We went, well, 84 is a multiple of 4, so 84 divided by 4 is 21. Well, 21 is a multiple of 7, so 21 divided by 7 is 3, and there are your 4 numbers, right? So instead of, starting from the bottom and multiplying upwards, you can start with the number you're trying to reach and divide downwards, and those 4 numbers you get will be the same answer. So again, it's just a lot of math, and there's nothing I can do to help you guys aside from that, because again, your number will be different. It might not be 168, it might be something completely different. However, yet again, when you enter all 4 of those correct keypads, then you will get another Ascendant Alloy and have another thing you need to pick up. Now, moving on from there, guys, you're going to have to beat the second encounter against the big servitor boss, and you are going to then get to the traversal section as you are heading towards the final boss. So, you're going to continue forward until all the way through this section here where you come inside and there's a bunch of enemies around here. You want to kill all of these enemies because this area is where the next puzzle is going to take place. So once again, we have operator spawn in here. You're going to need to grab it to be able to shoot the keypads, and this is the big section of numbers you are trying to reach. And essentially, you are combining the processes of both of the previous puzzles. So you can see at the very bottom, there's a 3-digit number you're trying to reach. For us, it was 247. So then you have 3 zeros above that, and that's essentially the number you're trying to get matching 247. And then you have 2 zeros off to the left and 2 zeros off to the right. Here's how it's going to work. You need to figure out what 2 different 2-digit numbers multiply together to reach that 3-digit number displayed. So, what 2 numbers multiplied together reach 247? Well, it's 13 times 19. So then you have those 2 numbers. 13 times 19 equals 247. So then you need to go and shoot 4 different keypads that add up to those 2 numbers. So at first we were shooting 4 different numbers that add up to 13. And again, there are multiple answers for this. What we used was 5, 4, 1, and 3. Then you'll see 13 is locked in, and now I need to shoot 4 numbers that add up to 19. And you can use like the same number for both of these puzzles. Like you'll see me shoot 5 again, and then 3, 4, and 7. And again, you'll see 19 lock in, and boom, that will give us that matching 3-digit number. You will get an Ascendant Alloy. You will also have a Triumph Complete pop up on your screen. Now, this is very important. You will need to go into your Legends Triumphs to Vesper's host, and you will actually need to claim the reward to get the sub-director level access token because you've now done these 3 different puzzles. Now, at this point, you should unlock armor focusing, which means you can go into where the level 2 chest is, as you can see, and you can enter different codes to get different armor pieces. So you can actually see when you inspect armor, it has a code. So for this helmet, the code is 124. But let's not worry about that right now. Instead, you can head outside the airlock, and instead of moving forward, actually, you will now be able to head in to the left, which was previously blocked off, but now you have that Triumph claimed, you should be able to get in here. Now, this is an incredibly complicated process, and it was the result of a massive community puzzle being solved, like with binary. It was crazy, guys. The person who is directing me what to enter is, I believe, referencing a post that was referencing Scaro's live stream. So I'm just going to give a massive shout out to Scaro9 right here. Definitely go check out his channel. He did a lot of work on stream with like helping to solve this community puzzle. In this video, I'm just going to outright give you the solution, and I'm simply going to play the exact clip, play the audio of my teammate giving me instructions, then me entering those exact codes, and just literally follow what exactly you hear and you see in the video. Importantly, we have labeled the different 4 columns. We have front, left, and right, and then back, left, and right. So I'll have those labeled on screen as well, so you know which directions we're going, and it's just going to be running around massively and entering a million things. I'm going to let it play for you right now.
gonna walk up to the top right machine with operator. Yep, hold activate on the top right machine. Then you're going to go to your top left, to the top left machine. So from left to right, you're going to shoot 1000. Okay, then you're going to go to bottom right, and then activate, and then go to top right. So activate bottom right, go to top right. You are shooting 4, 1, 1, 1. So 3 1s, 1, and then one more 1, and then 4. Yep, and now you do 4. Okay. Then bottom left, over here. Yeah, you can reset it if you need to. And then activate. Yeah, and then once you activate that, you're gonna activate bottom left and go to bottom right. Yep, go to bottom right. Yep, enter 0, 0. So another 0. 1. And then 1. 2 zeros, 2 1s. Yep. Then, Jesus, then activate top left. Hold activate. And then go to bottom left. And just shoot the 1. Then bottom right. And activate. And then top left. Then you're gonna hit 0, 1, 0, 0. Then you're going to the bottom left panel and activating. Then bottom right. 0. Another 0. 1. And then a 0. Now you're going to activate the bottom right machine. And then bottom left. Shoot the 3. Okay, yeah, take your time, take your time. So then bottom left, shoot 3. Yep. That's it. And then top right. And activate top right. Go bottom left. And then shoot 3 again. Top left and activate. Okay, and then go to the top right and shoot 1, 1, 4. Yep.
Yep.
Hold activate in the top right. And walk back to top left. Zero, 1, 0, 1. And then activate the top left while you're there. And go back to the top right. Okay, and then shoot 1, 2, 1, 1, 4. We're a little bit ahead here. And then go bottom left and activate it. And then top left. Then 0, 0, 1, 0. and then go to the bottom right, and then do 0, and then 3 ones. Yep.
Alright, now once you've entered that massive code, then you're going to see a bunch of electricity spark into this chest, and you can open the chest to get the Masterwork objective complete for the Icebreaker. Now this is not the actual catalyst, we have a little bit more to do. So at this point, you want to head back into your triumphs and make sure to claim director access, which gives you the Braytech storage module full access, all right? And then at this point, you need to load into a seemingly fresh dungeon run with Icebreaker equipped. We had a lot of problems getting the next step to spawn, so it may just be a situation of like switching characters, you know, claiming the triumph, going in, again, fresh run versus checkpoint. It was really, really finicky, but eventually, as you can see, what's going to happen is that after you beat that first encounter, just after, you're going to run through the door, you're going to turn up to the right, and you will see a stasis crystal up in the corner right here. You shoot that stasis crystal with the Icebreaker, and that's going to shatter a bunch of ice, and then the shattered ice will reveal a number up here. So you need to note this number, write it down, or whatever. For us, it was a 2. At this point, you're going to continue forward. So you're going to start doing the nuclear core deposits to make your way to the second encounter. However, midway through that, you need to shoot another stasis crystal. So right after you plant the core on station 3, as you can see, you open this door, you head out and turn around the corner to the right, and then you will see this stasis crystal. You shoot it with the Icebreaker, and then it will reveal this number here. For us, it was a 2. Now, at this point, you want to continue forward towards that second encounter and the servitor boss. However, I would recommend you shoot all 4 of the numbers associated with those storage containers, that like level 2 access chest room, just to be safe. So before you jump across the chasm right here, you can see the first number located right here. So just make sure you shoot that. Then you simply drop down and have the second number right here. Again, make sure to shoot that. You've shot these numbers before in the Rogue Network quest. At this point, guys, you're going to have to beat the second encounter boss, and then right after that, as we are in the traversal section towards the final boss room, as soon as you drop down this hole in the floor, you can look behind you and see more stasis crystals. So shoot them, and then you will have a number appear right here. For us, it was a 3. Then you will continue forward, and right after defeating the brig, you have that storage room number right here. Again, shoot it just to be safe. Then you will move forward from here. As you continue across the space wreckage, you will have the 4th and final storage room number above this kind of room right here. So again, just shoot it to be safe. And then after that, guys, finally we have the final stasis crystal that you need to shoot, and that's going to be right here within the like explosive trap hallway. So you're going to shoot that stasis crystal. That is going to explode and reveal a number 1. So for us, it was 2231 as the code. At this point, you head into this special room here. Then you are going to activate the console and grab operator. You're simply going to shoot those 4 digits revealed by the ice. So again, for us, it was 2231, and then you are going to collect the loot. And as you can see, you will get the exotic catalyst for the Icebreaker exotic sniper rifle. Now, what does it actually do? Well, landing a hit on a slowed or frozen target has the chance to return a round to the magazine. You know, pretty interesting. But on top of that, guys, I now want to mention you actually have the opportunity to focus weapons from this chest. And the reason I didn't mention this before, because technically you unlock this like before the ice shooting part, was that apparently focusing weapons before you get the Icebreaker can screw it up. It's super finicky. But now, as you can see, for example, if I go to the chill inhibitor, you can see there's a code in it, and the code is 2142. It's just in the lore here. So if I actually enter 2142 on the wall, as you can see right here, after resetting it, it will then drop the chill inhibitor from the chest, and all of us got one. Now, I'm not sure how many times you can actually do this. It may be once per character per week, but again, that's pretty sweet for actually getting the god rolls you want from this dungeon. And so, guys, that is going to be it for the video. I hope you enjoyed and found this informative. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCacus. That is linked in the description down below. Again, hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.